Hello everybody, this is Mr. Walden, and today we are going to make some snowmen at night pictures using pastels. We're also going to explore light source and foreground, middle ground, and background. So when I talk about light source, I'm talking about what direction the light is coming in. In this picture of a sphere, we can see the left part is in shadow, and we know the light is coming in from the right. What do I mean when I say foreground, middle ground, background? Foreground is whatever is closest to you in the picture. Background is whatever is farthest away from you. And middle ground is in the middle. Now, I like to do these kind of drawings on this purple construction paper. You can also use a dark blue, it looks nice on that too. But I just think it's kind of fun to draw these on a different color paper. So I'm going to start by drawing a hill. Behind that, I am going to draw another hill. Now, in the bottom of the page in my foreground, I'm going to start making 3 circles for my first snowman. You've probably drawn snowmen using 3 circles before. I'm pushing hard with my pastels because I want to have a good, solid white. Now, I'm deciding that my light is going to be coming from the right. Maybe there's a street lamp or something. So I'm going to take a little bit of blue pastel and I'm going to put it on the left side of my snowballs for my first snowman in the foreground. Press hard and put it on pretty thick. Now, some artists will do this next part with their fingers, and that is okay to do if you want to. It will get kind of dirty. I don't really like the feel of that personally, so I usually use something like paper towels or Kleenex. And I'm going to blend that blue into the white. I'm going to kind of smear that pastel slowly so that blue will slowly turn white as you press it across the rest of the snowball. If you do this correctly, it'll start to look like the light is coming in from the right side and the left side of the snowballs are in shadow, because that's the way it looks like in real life. If you need to add a little bit more blue, do that. I do that a lot, and then you can just blend a little bit more. That's a nice thing about pastels that you can't do with something like crayons. You can blend the colors together. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun way to do art for me. But again, we're going to choose where the light's coming from, and we're going to put blue on the side of the snowballs, and then blend that blue into the rest of the white of the snowman, so it appears that the shadow is on the left. Now, after I'm done with my foreground snowman, I'm going to do another one on the hill behind him. Since it is a little bit farther away, I'm going to do it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to do the same thing for my middle ground, putting the 3 snowballs and then putting blue on the left side because we've decided that the light's coming from the right, and then blending it into the white to create my shadows. I'm also going to do this on the next hill for my background. So when you're done, you will have a foreground snowman, a middle ground snowman, and a background snowman. Make sure your background snowman snowballs are even smaller than the middle ground. So the biggest is in the front in the foreground, and the smallest is in the back in the background. Now let's start to add some details. You can add things like carrot noses, corncob pipes, button noses, coal eyes, buttons, scarves, mittens, hats, whatever you really want. If you want to do a little blending, you can do that. Again, I did that a little bit with the hat here. But, let's take some time, make, stick arms and whatever you can think of. Make it unique, because this is where you really get to be creative. Now let's do the same for the background and middle ground snowmen. Let's make them all a little bit different. Maybe they have different hats or different colored scarves or, whatever you can think to make them unique. You can really, anything goes here. I really like seeing what my students come up with for these usually. I get a kick out of it because I really do like this project. So just make everyone a little bit different, but add details to all of your snowmen in the foreground, in the middle ground, and in the background. Now I think I'm going to fill in some white on the hills just a little bit. I'm using the side of the pastels and to do this, and I'm not really pushing as hard. It's okay for a little bit of the purple to show through. Kind of looks better. If it does, you don't want it to be as nearly as white as your snowmen, because or else you'll start to lose them. But let's just add some kind of dusting of the white color on our hills for our background hill and our foreground hill. Now I've got my snowman, but I think my picture needs some other stuff. So either in the foreground or the middle ground or the background, wherever you feel like you need have some space on your page that needs to be filled up, add whatever you want. I'm adding this evergreen tree, and then I'm going to put some snow like it was snowing and it fell on the tree. I always thought that looked pretty when I look outside my window and see something like that. I think here in the middle ground I'll add a tree using the Y method because it would be winter and so there wouldn't be any leaves on the tree. So I'm making that using the Y method just by making a big Y and then turning each of those branches into another Y and then turning each of those branches into another Y and another Y and another Y. And I'm going to put something up in the sky. Maybe there's stars out at night. Maybe it's a clear night, or maybe you make it snowing. I'm going to put a moon here. You can put whatever you want, planes, birds, owls, bats, I don't know. But whatever you want. But put something in the sky. I think I'm even going to do a shooting star right here. And then maybe another evergreen tree right here next to the other evergreen tree in the background hill. I think it needs something there. But anyway, put a lot of your own ideas in. Anything goes. Just make some kind of cool winter scene. And it's really fun to blend stuff with these pastels. I really hope you like making your drawings. I really like making mine. I really like this project. I think they look great when they're done. And it's a fun way to show light source and foreground, middle ground, and background. Have fun with it.